kid growing up with pianos, I remember the first time I ever broke a string, my dad said, "You broke it, Charlie, you're gonna fix it." The first musical director of one of the casinos, he came to me and said, "Charlie, I have a lot of pianos here." So that's what started my career in piano tuning in Atlantic City.
At the beginning of the 20th century, Atlantic City was America's playground. But after World War II, its fortunes declined. The city then gambled on casinos and lost big. Much of America's playground is now a casino wasteland.
This building is not just walls. This building is a cross-section of my life. It's like a living, breathing thing. We were blessed to be able to come as immigrants to this country after what my parents had survived the Holocaust. And the idea of actually owning something that we couldn't be thrown out of was huge.
But maybe Charlie could be thrown out. In 2014, a state judge ruled the Casino Reinvestment Development Authority could seize Charlie's home, using the state's power of eminent domain.
And you have 45 days to vacate, and that it would be bulldozed as all the other buildings right next to me had been bulldozed.
Does the public use provision of the Fifth Amendment have any meaning whatsoever? And the Supreme Court's answer by a 5-4 vote was effectively no.
The Constitution provides that private property may be taken for a public use with just compensation paid. But the Supreme Court rewrote public use to read public purpose, which is much broader.
And the thing that was crazy in the Birnbaum case is they weren't even sure exactly what they were going to use it for or when they were going to use it.
They said, "We don't have to give you an answer." I'm thinking, where do we live? Is this Russia? Is this North Korea?
It's just a naked abuse of government power.
So Charlie went to court. 2 years later, the judge deemed the state's effort to oust Charlie a manifest abuse of the eminent domain power. New Jersey appealed, but in the end, Charlie prevailed. In the infamous case of Kelo versus New London, Suzette Kelo wasn't so lucky. The Supreme Court said, we can't decide what a public purpose is. We'll let the city councils decide that. That's good enough for us. Funny, but I had thought the justices were supposed to make constitutional decisions.
So the battle goes on.